I know, right? Hello, everyone.
Yep. We're live on Facebook and YouTube, and we're live on Instagram.
Awesome.
Hello.
Awesome. So hello, everyone. Everybody, we're live. All right.
Yes.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We have the wonderful Pam. We are here in Tampa, Florida at My Shade and Texture. This is her beautiful store. For those of you that have not came and just experienced this wonderful, wonderful retail experience, you must come because it is amazing. And you could tell the love that she pours into the entire environment. And so thank you so much, Pam, for inviting us today to do a pop-up. We are happy to be here.
Again,
that's right. We always support each other. And we hope today that you learn a little bit more about our products, learn a little bit about My Shade and Texture. Definitely come check out. And we will be doing a demo, so definitely stay with us.
Yes.
So anything you want to share, Pam?
So let me just first start off and tell everyone about the Get to Know the Brand series. So we first started this when we launched our store in November 2019. This was just a way for customers to really connect one-on-one with the founders or the mixologists behind their favorite brands. So we're happy to have you here. We were actually supposed to schedule this event last March, but COVID would not allow us to be great, but we're fine with that because we actually had to cancel, and it was right before the city shut down. So long overdue, exactly. So we're happy to have you back. So My Shade and Texture, we're located right here in the heart of Tampa, 1 block away from Busch Gardens, less than 5 minutes away from USF. We do offer curbside pickup, flat rate shipping. You can find us here 7 days a week, or you can shop online at www.myshadeandtexture.com. So thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So we'll just get started. If you can just pretty much tell us about your brand.
Yeah.
It is, a staple here in the store for women and men and kids who suffer from eczema, suffer from seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff, the itchy scalp. So can you tell us, how did you get started? Why did you get started? Because from what I read about you, I didn't know this until recently that you were a softball player.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
I did not know that. So this is a big shift from, playing ball and things like that.
Yeah,
So
I'll go into it. Awesome. Well, thank you again. It is such a pleasure to be with you. I love you. I love what you've done, and I love how you continue to grow your brand. And so happy to support you in any endeavor that you may have. And so with that, again, good afternoon. I am Sherelle Sampson. I am the founder and CEO of Canviiy. And it's been a really great journey. And so I'll tell you a little bit about me, and then we'll dive more into the brand since we have a little bit of time. And so I'm actually originally from the Bahamas. Whoop, whoop. Pam and I got that Bahamian roots. Born and raised from Nassau, Bahamas. Played softball all my life from a kid, and actually was blessed enough to get a softball scholarship where I graduated from Stetson University with my undergrad in marketing. And so I started my career actually in marketing. So I've been in corporate marketing for 15 plus years. And during that journey, I had the wonderful opportunity. I was working at a software company, and the owner of that company came to me and he said, "Hey, do you want to run our, we just acquired our business. Do you want to run that luxury beauty brand?" And I'm like, software, cosmetics, of course I do. And so I really would describe that experience as a master class, right? So I had a wonderful opportunity not only to do marketing and branding, but also product development, innovation. When you think about retail infrastructure, pricing, the whole nine. And so from that experience, I was able to learn a great deal. And that's where I really got my bug for the beauty industry. And so, but the tough thing, right, if you're an entrepreneur, is thinking, how do you make that great product, that awesome product, right, that one would love? And so that was really the challenge of thinking of a great product that I would love. Well, for me, what I love is quick and easy. That is my number one thing in terms of maintenance, right? And so I love to kind of get sew in, boom, you bump it and go, and that's how you do it. And I got my hair done one day, and my scalp was on fire. And this was 7 years ago. And so my husband looks at me and he says, "Well, babe, why don't you do something for that?" And I look back at him and I'm like, "No, that's lame. I'm not doing that for scalp." Because if you can think about 7 years ago, like scalp care was the redheaded stepchild. All you really had was Blue Magic, right? There wasn't serums, there wasn't, oils, or there might have been oils, but they weren't really effective. And so with that, I decided, you know what? I am my own customer. So I'm going to take my time and we're going to build some unique, beautiful, amazing, high-performing products. And so with that, that's how Canviiy was born. And so because I had that beauty experience, I was able to partner with an organic chemist and really give him an understanding of what we wanted to achieve and what we wanted to get done. And so with that, that's how our hero product was born. And so our Canviiy Scalp Bliss Itch Calming Serum is our hero product, our very first product that we developed. And with that, I'll tell you a little bit about the attributes. And so when we were developing it, really just went down the list. What do we want to achieve with this product? And so we all know that particularly scalp products were greasy, were heavy, were oily, and so we wanted to do the opposite of that. We was like, listen, we would like for this product to be lightweight. We would also like this product to be non-greasy, non-heavy, but also contain amazing ingredients, right? And so because what I started to do, not only was I looking at the other ingredients in the marketplace, but I start assessing what are we putting on our scalps. And 6 or 7 years ago, there was, preservatives such as triclosan and one of the popular scalp products that we all use, and it has a stinky smell, so we won't talk about it, but I think we all kind of know what that is. And so that they had a preservative that was actually pulled off the market because it impacted fertility. And so they recently changed their ingredient listing, of course, but I started learning about all of this. And I said, you know what, we're going to make clean scalp care, high performing products. And so our Scalp Bliss Itch Calming Serum that we have here, and we're going to do a demo with our wonderful model shortly, is one of our hero products, but one that we definitely love and one we recommend that you add to your regimen. And then from there, after we started, we launched, and we were, at all of the hair shows. We started doing farmers markets, just really in the trenches, right? What was interesting is we started hearing from customers that had seborrheic dermatitis, that had eczema, that had psoriasis. So that really sort of changed the trajectory of the brand, because while we thought we were this cool, hip scalp, beauty brand, we later realized that we were actually reducing the irritation, right, for many men and women customers that we would have. And so we realized we were actually in the liberation business. We were liberating all of them. And so they started asking, like, what do you have for the body, right? Because even though your scalp is your skin, right, on top of your head, but it's all connected. And so that's how our second product came along. So I was like, we don't have anything right now, but we're going to develop something. And so all of the great ingredients that we put in here, so the organic aloe vera, the lavender, the manuka honey, the chamomile was actually an additional ingredient in here. We also have the flower petals, and we also have calendula in here that is extremely soothing. And so what we wanted to do was have that similar experience, right? Extremely high performing, reduces that itch relief, but also smooths your skin, and it just gives you just this beautiful, beautiful, supple texture when you're done in the shower with this. And so this is how our second product actually came about. And for those of you that have tried it, love it. What's great about it is that men love it as well. So it doesn't have this loud kind of feminine fragrance perfume smell. It does have those natural elements and attributes that one would love. And so highly recommend, if you have not tried this, you definitely need to try this. And so what's great about it, again, no artificial ingredients, no artificial colors. And that's really key for those that have skin that's highly irritable. And so for those of you that may not know, if you have products that have artificial color and artificial fragrance, oftentimes that's what's irritating your skin. For years, my mom could never figure out. She would always use Dove, and she thought like, oh, Dove is just number one. And we're not hating on Dove. We love Dove too. But what she recognized is the fragrance in Dove was actually irritating her skin. And after all of these years, she's just learning that now. And so that's one of the great attributes we offer, especially for kids, when you want to be gentle on their skin. It has a little bit of peppermint, so you got to be careful with the around the eyes, but definitely great for the skin. All right. So with that, as we started to think about how do we grow the brand, for us, it wasn't just creating a whole line and just throwing products out there. The top two questions that we would always receive is this product, this itch coming, is it good for hair growth? And is it good for dandruff? So instead of creating just any products, that's what we did. So we created a product that was great for dandruff and product buildup. And then we also created a product that was great for hair growth. And so we'll walk into these items. So here you have our soothing scalp purifying foam treatment. And what's wonderful about this, again, looking at the marketplace, looking at dandruff related products, is that we want it to be different, right? And so this product in particular is actually based in organic glycerin. And so it has a very luxurious feel. It's extremely lightweight. And what's nice about it is that we have the premium lactic acid in here. So not sure if a lot of you use high-end sort of creams on your face, but you'll see premium lactic acid in all of them, or majority of them. And the reason being is because what that does is that it exfoliates dead skin cells on the face, on the scalp, etc. So you say, you know what, we're going to infuse that in this product. And so it is amazing. This is a post-shampoo treatment. And so what you would do is you would actually shampoo your hair. You would rinse it out. You would actually put this on, 3 or 4 pumps, and then you would actually massage it in, allow it to sit for 5 to 7 minutes, and then you would rinse it out and then condition as desired. So this is definitely a favorite for those that suffer with that dandruff, with that product buildup, especially those naturals that love to pile on product upon product. This is perfect for you. And then lastly here, we have our growth serum. And this is really special because I thought about my roots, right? I'm originally from the Bahamas. And you think about particularly men and women that lock up their hair. What they do majority of the time is they go to the ocean, right? And they use the ocean water to actually lock up their hair. And that's because the ocean water has sea minerals and it actually has benefits, right? Not just to lock it up, but actually to promote growth. And so that's exactly what we did with this, right? Since I'm knowing that. Mm-hmm. So we infused this growth serum with actually sea minerals. We also have organic herbs in terms of vitamin B5. And so what vitamin B5 does, many of you that may not be familiar, is it allows you to absorb the nutrients that are in your body. And so we combined a lot of different ingredients, healthy, natural, organic herbs. And when you synthesize those ingredients, it allows it to be more long lasting. It allows it to penetrate the scalp extremely well. And this is extremely lightweight. And so you'll see this here. It is a real serum. It's not like watery. When you penetrate it in, it blends extremely well, right? And it has a great texture and it's extremely long lasting. It has some peppermint in there. And so it's soothing also to the scalp. And so those are our 4 products. We have some new ones coming out probably by the end of the year, which is really exciting. And then also what I want to do next is I want to demo our hero product because I want to show you, one, how lightweight it is, how great it is in terms of how it instantly penetrates the scalp. It won't leave your scalp greasy. It won't be running whatsoever. And so that's what we're going to do next. And so what I would love to do is transition to our beautiful model here. If you would like. Awesome. So one thing that I'm noticing about your skin already is that you maintain a healthy scalp, and it already looks great. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Thank you. Look outside, but down in there, no.
It feels a little dry.
It is,
but it looks like you do your best to maintain it. And so with that, for those of you that do have a dry, scaly scalp, etc., this is definitely a product that you want to try. So with that, what I'm going to do is, and if you want to come a little closer so you can see the application, is you just want, so some people, depending on the hairstyle, you can actually come forward and just apply a little bit to it, right? A little bit, like actually pea-sized amounts. And you'll see this is just going to penetrate really easily. It's not greasy. It's not runny. You feel anything running down your face?
No, I don't.
Nope, nothing running down. We're just going to blend that in a little bit, right? So it's not greasy, not runny. Gonna massage that in. It's actually in there. And so then I'm gonna do one more row, and then I want you to share what are you feeling, right, as we massage that in. So if you come closer, we put some on, a little bit of flakes there, but again, it's pretty much penetrating the scalp extremely easy. And we're gonna go to another row, and I'm just gonna do little pea-sized amounts, right? So if you have spot treatments, right, and you just need to put a little bit in, you'll see, just rub it in, and it applies beautifully.
And it dries clear, because some people may be concerned because it's white, but it does dry clear.
Absolutely. So it definitely dries clear. Depending on, and what I've heard, especially those that use a lot of product, is that it blends in well with other products, right? Hopefully those that are using a lot of products are washing their hair frequently or shampooing it frequently, but for the most part, it blends in. And so would love for you to share what you're currently feeling, what it felt like when you applied it. Share with us.
Well, it was cooling and not hot, but it was just, I guess the best way to put it, calming. I'll put it that way, yes. It was very, very calming.
Awesome.
On my scalp.
That's awesome. And so what I'll do is, so that was the itch calming serum that we have here. Just wanted to show you, it's not greasy, not runny. You can see her hair can still move. It's not holding it down. It's not stiff whatsoever, like when you would put on a petroleum grease or something of that nature. And then what I'll do is, just because she's here and she's awesome, I'm going to try the growth serum as well, just so you can see the texture. Again, we're just going to shake this up a little bit. We're going to put this on the other side. I'm just going to create a little row right there so you can see the texture, right? Again, so just putting a little bit on. You don't need a lot. It's highly concentrated, so our products don't contain a lot of fillers and a lot of synthetic. They don't contain any synthetic ingredients. So at the end of the day, you don't need a whole lot. So again, we're just going to put that on there. You're going to be all peppermint.
Right.
Again, it's not runny. Nothing is running all over her face like an oil. You just penetrate it right there. I'm sure she's going to feel some peppermint cooling sensation soon. But for the most part, that's how you could apply the growth serum as well. So again, our products are lightweight.
Very light.
They aren't heavy. She can still move her hair. You don't feel a lot of heaviness. It's moving. It's not running. And again, really great ingredients. Organic aloe vera. You also have manuka honey. You have lavender. You have jojoba. I could just go down the list. Vitamin B5, vitamin B3, and several of them. Rose bay, just organic glycerin. So just really, really nurturing for long-term health of your scalp. And so with that, if there's any questions on the live, or if there's any questions on Facebook that you may have, would love to answer any questions. I know one of the questions that we have is, is it good for children? Absolutely, because we have a little bit of peppermint in our soap. We definitely recommend 5 and up. That it's definitely safe for children. In terms of, we have peppermint as well, a little bit of menthol in here, just a little bit. So we say 5 and up is safe. But again, based in organic aloe vera, so it's not harmful whatsoever. But just for little kids, you just want to be safe. Thinking of any other questions?
Yes, we had some questions that came in overnight.
Okay.
So for those who are just watching from home, one question regarding the hair growth oil.
Yeah.
How often should you apply that?
Great question. you could apply it as much as daily, right? So because this is lightweight, because it's not greasy, it's not oily, it's going to penetrate in just a few seconds to a minute. We recommend that you use this daily if you need to. Absolutely. Great question.
Well, another question that someone brought to our attention, the CBD. I know that there's CBD in the growth oil.
Yep.
Some people may be concerned about CBD and THC.
Yep.
Should they really be concerned?
Great question. And so there is a difference. So let me explain. There's a whole hype about CBD in cosmetics, and I'll explain why CBD is being included in a lot of products. And so what the positive benefits of CBD is the fact that it reduces inflammation. Oftentimes within our scalp is typically inflamed, right? And so the reason why we, Canviiy as a brand, use CBD in here is to reduce the inflammation on the scalp. And if you could reduce the inflammation on the scalp, in addition to having those key ingredients that's going to stimulate hair growth, then that means that the product is going to be more effective, right? And so there are THC levels that from a cosmetic grade, you make sure that you don't go over. So I think it's 0.5%, right? That gives it cosmetic grade, and it doesn't make it into an illegal drug. And so when we work with our chemists, they know we only get cosmetic grade. We don't get medical grade type CBD. And so yes, it's definitely safe. It won't show up on a drug test because we're using a very small percentage, but that percentage is concentrated enough to help that serum penetrate the scalp. So really great question. Thank you.
We had another question that came in on the live.
Okay.
Using the foam, can they use the foam on braids and just rinse it out?
Oh, great question. Yes, you could absolutely use it on braids. So when you're looking to maintain your braids and it's been a few weeks, right? You have that product buildup, you have those flakes, that dandruff. It is super, super great for that. And Pam does a really great job at demoing our foam treatment and just showing how lightweight it is, but also how it does not strip your hair, right? Like shampoos that you may experience. So it still leaves you with that versatility that you need, with that bounce that you need, and it doesn't dry out the hair. So great question. Really great for braids. Absolutely.
With just to follow up on the foam treatment, we had a couple of people who told us that, I left it on for 30 minutes.
Okay.
30 minutes. On the bottle, it says 5 to 7 minutes.
Yep.
Should they really be strict and follow the guidelines and the instructions where it says 5 to 7 minutes?
Great question. So the reason why it should be rinsed out, 30 minutes is a little stretch. But again, I don't think it'll be super harmful, is because it had that lactic acid, right? And so that is our active in there. So for example, most dandruff products that are used, they use an active called zinc pyrithium that are in Head and Shoulders, etc. Right? And so what zinc pyrithium, what many people don't know, zinc pyrithium is actually used in household paints to prevent mold. Zinc pyrithium is also used and household sponges. You ever wash dishes and wonder, why doesn't this sponge ever get moldy? Well, the same ingredient they're putting in Head and Shoulders, and granted different concentrations, they're putting in household paints and sponges. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to go an alternative route, right, and find something healthier. And so lactic acid, while it's not harmful at all, it's still an acid, which is why it's required to be rinsed out. And so I think 30 minutes is a little stretch, but I think if you have it in for 10 to 12, I think that's definitely fine as well. So great question. Mm-hmm. Any other questions? Awesome.
Giveaway?
Yeah. So
we had some RSVP, so I will pull out. And they're probably tuning in from home, but if not, we will contact you directly to pick up your gift. So we have Pamika guest 2. So Pamika, if you're following from home, we will contact you directly so that you can pick up your Canviiy swag bag.
That's right. All the goodies are in here for you.
All the goodies are in there. So Pamika, we will contact you directly.
Awesome. Congratulations.
So as far as COVID, I always like to just talk to brands because COVID, you know, a lot of us will say it was a blessing and a curse for our business. For some, it forced you to pivot, think outside the box. How did COVID affect Canviiy?
Great question.
If at all.
Yeah. So as it pertains to business, and I would say it also attributed to the death of George Floyd. Business was actually great in terms of brand awareness and market awareness. And so that was really positive. Got lots of press, got lots of features, as well as it drove online sales because everyone was home. So that was positive. I said the negative, we actually encountered supply chain issues. So plastic was hard to get because everybody and their mom wanted to create a hand sanitizer. And so at the end of the day, we had to find new vendors, new suppliers. We had to negotiate to get some of our packaging, and we had to, figure out creative ways where we didn't have to buy 1 million bottles at a time. So yes, it impacted us as it pertains to our supply chain and our packaging and our components. But on the other end, as opposed to in terms of growth and awareness, it was very, very positive. Absolutely. Great question.
And you recently formed a partnership with Moffitt.
Yes.
And so when, we have customers that come in and, they may be suffering from alopecia, postpartum hair loss. And we mentioned that, and they're very intrigued. And we actually see them 2 weeks or 3 weeks later because they've seen such a huge success or the growth and the results that they wanted.
Yes.
What's going on with your partnership with Moffitt, and how did that get started?
Great question. So I will definitely advise everyone to not take small beginnings for granted. As I mentioned, we were actually in Ybor City at a farmer's market where we met one of the top physicians at Moffitt Cancer Center. And she stopped and she said, you know what, this is unique. This is really different. And that gave us the opportunity to then go in and have meetings with their entire team. And from that meeting, it was actually kind of great timing because there were patients saying, we want healthier alternatives than what you're giving us, right? And so if you think about just medication in general, typically when one is facing scalp issues, especially in the medical environment, and if you want to step, I want you to, you okay. You did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And she's just like in attention. Thank you so much. And so with Moffitt, what I was sharing was typically in the medical environment, the healthcare environment, what physicians typically recommend is steroid creams, right? No matter what's going on with the scalp, they will offer you a steroid cream as an alternative. And so there were patients that were actually demanding healthier solutions, and Moffitt actually didn't have any. And so what they did was we introduced our itch calming serum as a solution, as a scalp care solution that we wanted them to try. And if you think about the different patients that may be having different experiences. So one, they can be going through chemotherapy. And those that aren't familiar, chemotherapy, what it does is not only kill the growing cells of the cancer, but it kills all of your other body cells that are going on, including hair cells. That's why one loses hair. And so with that, you may experience soreness, you may experience irritation, one may experience hair fall, right? And there's a lot going on with the scalp, particularly when you're going through treatments. And so what they did, they said, you know what, we're going to give you an opportunity. And what we would like to do is offer you a little observation study, right? Not a clinical study, nothing heavy. And so they allow participants to, whether they were patients and they might have been employees, to try the product. And we got glowing reviews. I mean, they loved it in terms of, 90% of the the participants said that they thought the product was highly effective. 90% said they would recommend it to a friend. 50% of it, and this was really key because we would always talk about how long lasting this is. So our itch calming serum on average lasts 3 to 4 days, no itching sensation whatsoever. And the the users actually shared 50% of them only had to apply it every 3 to 4 days. Wow. So it affirmed, right, the efficacy that we were offering. And so again, they really enjoyed it. They really loved it. And from there, we were able to form an official partnership with Moffitt Cancer Center. And so we initially kicked it off with this item. And what's great is we work hand in hand with the salon. And so the stylists, when patients would come in, they would assess them, right? And make sure that they're offering what they need to. And oftentimes they're giving them hair shaves. And so after the hair shave, they're applying the itch calming serum to reduce that. And so it's been an extremely great partnership. As we roll out new products, we go and we educate their stylists on the new products that we offer. The foam treatment has been really, really great for them, as well as the growth serum. And something that I learned that I didn't even know was, particularly when you have a patient and they're in their beds, right? Oftentimes they can't even get up to go to the shower, but they still want to wash their hair. And so they're using our foam treatment because it's so lightweight to rinse out their hair and to wash their hair and to maintain their hair while they're in the beds. In addition to that, I didn't even know, when you think of medications, one may have medications in their scalps, and they use our foam treatment to remove those medications, right? That's directed on the scalp. And I never thought about this either. An insight that they share with us from Moffitt Cancer Center is, if you think about shampoo is heavy in nature. And we don't even think about that, right? It's like, if you pour it out and then it's this goo to a degree. And people that are going through cancer treatments don't want to use shampoo because it's heavy and they're trying to hold on to every strand that they have. And so again, the alternative that they use is our foam treatment because it's extremely lightweight.
I just want to show this. This is our little sample in the store. So
absolutely. And so it's extremely lightweight. And when you rinse it, it actually volumizes with the water. And so that's ways that we work with Moffitt. Thank you. And it's been a great partnership. And as we roll out products, we look forward to educating them on those products and seeing how it can enhance the scalp health of each and every patient that interacts with the product.
And another follow-up with the foam treatment, one thing that I particularly like about it, actually replaced my medicated shampoo with the foam treatment over a year ago. It does not leave my hair dry whatsoever. And I know that there's the glycerin in it. Is that the reason why your hair does not feel stripped?
Yep.
Or just dull?
Yeah, great question. Yes, because it's based in organic glycerin. So oftentimes most shampoos or most products in general are based in water, right? Like that's the base. And then they add ingredients to it. Because that's organic glycerin, you're mostly getting that glycerin and then those other attributes like rose bay that remove, right, that product buildup. And so yes, that's a huge contributor of why you don't have that stripness, feeling that stripness of your hair as it goes through your hair, and you still maintain that bounce and that versatility that you need. Great question. Yeah, so with that, we are going on a 3-year partnership. It's been over 3 years with Moffitt. And we continue to grow that. And so it's really, really exciting. And more importantly, we feel blessed to be able to impact lives. I know we got a DM from a nurse the other day, and she said, I just want to let you know that one of my patients said that the product felt so good and it was so soothing. And she said in her 8 years working there, she had never seen the amount of excitement that a patient had after just using a product, and she just wanted to thank us. And so it just humbles us in so many ways to think that this product that came with an itchy scalp, at home is blessing the lives, and we just feel honored to be able to partner with such a great organization.
Absolutely. And, I can attest, and we do have some shade babes in the store now who have used your products. It has replaced some of the medications that we use.
Awesome.
We hear those same stories and feedback that we get from our customers who never thought that their hair, they thought it was hereditary. But less than 3 weeks later, they get that itch and then they get that sprout and then, they come in and so we're so excited. I always share those stories with you. So yes, an amazing line. Amazing collection of different products. Can you give us a sneak peek? I know that you said that you're rolling out some things.
Yeah.
Keep it like that. But just knowing that you are expanding,
Yes.
Just can't wait for whatever you're bringing in.
Absolutely. What I will share is that it will currently complement what we currently have, right? And so one of the things that we do as a brand is we don't rush products, and we're very methodical about how we launch it, and more importantly, the synthesis of the ingredients, right? So it's looking at X plus Y plus Z. How is that going to impact the scalp? How is it going to impact the hair? And what is going to be the overall experience of that product? And so we take our time and we make sure that it's going to complement the line, but also have a great experience. And so what I will share is that for those of you that currently use a grease or oil just to base your scalp, we're coming out with a scalp balm and then some additional, but the scalp balm is so amazing because it's not based in petroleum and it's not based in mineral oil. Almost 98%, I would say almost 100% of the greases on the market is petroleum oil or mineral oil based. And this is neither. And when I tell you it melts on the scalp like you don't even have anything on, it is amazing. And so I'm super excited about that, to be like the only scalp balm that's going to kind of compete against scalp greases, and it is next level scalp care. And so I'm excited about that, in addition to the other SKUs that we're coming out. So that's exciting. Thank you. So hopefully by Q4, maybe October, November, Christmas time, we'll be launching those items. So extremely excited about that.
And we will be patiently waiting.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much
Yes,
for having
thank
me.
you.
We'll be here for another hour or so. Feel free to come down. It's such a blessing to have such amazing supporters, amazing customers. And again, we feel honored just to be able to offer great products and solutions to you. So if you have any questions, feel free to send those in. And again, My Shade and Texture, Tampa, Florida, come down and see us. You can just Google it.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'll also like to add, because we're really big on on the spot demos and things like that. So if you do come in today, before we close at 7 and you do want to test out the foam treatment, we'll take care of you in our Wash and Glow Bar suite. So the key or the method to this is you shampoo your hair first, then you apply the foam treatment, then you can follow up with the conditioner. So we got you covered today. So if you have any type of flare-ups from your seborrheic dermatitis or itchy scalp, excessive dandruff, come on down for a free demo before we close at 7, and we'll take care of you in a salon. And again, as always, Sherelle, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming out today. Again, she'll be here until 4 o'clock. Tampa's own.
Hello.
Right.
Come on out.
By way of Nassau, but yes. So yes, it's amazing that a lot of people don't know that we do here in the city of Tampa. We have some big, amazing brands, and so people love that. They love to support someone that's local and to have a local product that fixes a lot of issues that men and women suffer from. We love it. So thank you so much, Sherelle.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure. And I just thank you for all you're doing, and not only just offering great products, but giving people opportunity. I think that's key. And I thank you for just always being open to give opportunity to others as well. So thank you.
Thank you. See you all soon.
All right.
Bye.
Awesome.